Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, June 23rd. And you are on AlphaGuilty YouTube channel. And we're having an AMA session with another creative partner of AlphaGuilty. And let me announce, by the way, you are here as well. Yes, you are seeing as well. Okay, so AlphaGuilty enters into a strategic partnership with Detrash, and you may find the press release on this amazing event in the description of this AMA session. We are live, and we are having two amazing distinguished speakers. First of all, let me announce Mihail Sidolo, the CEO of AlphaGuilty. Mihail, welcome to AMA.
Thank you. Hello, guys.
And our distinguished guest today is Philipp. He is the founder and CEO of Detrash. Welcome to the AMA, Philipp.
Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Michael. Nice to be here.
Glad to have you on, guys. Glad to see your smiles. And this means that our AMA will be super productive today. First of all, let me ask you, we don't know who is Michael and who is AlphaGuilty. The vast majority of questions will be asked to Philipp today. So Philipp, let's start with the story of Detrash and you. How did you get into the crypto industry, and what is Detrash? What do you do there, and whatever we should know, and our listeners, viewers should know about Detrash?
Yeah, well, again, thank everyone for watching, and we are super excited about our partnership with AlphaGuilty. And I started in crypto basically in 2020, and I was working there at a company, first collaborating like autonomously to a company, and then to become the head of business development of Moss Earth, which was the first carbon credit tokenization project. And from then on, I took not only the crypto pill, I took the refi pill, and got to last year, May or June last year, to found Detrash after looking into waste pollution. So everybody is, and it's very important to be conscious about gases, about harming gases and carbon credits and climate change in terms of the gases. Although it's very underlooked, waste pollution. And waste pollution is something increasing to the level that in our bloods, really, there are microplastics. So that was like a study that's based on a study on Nature from a month ago, give or take. So I've developed like a simple enough and scalable enough system within blockchain to try to take recycling and composting levels up. And we did that by creating CRESI token, which is a token that is minted based on recycling and composting reports.
Well, while you were talking, I was showing the press release and the Detrash token website on the screen, so our listeners and viewers may constantly and consistently look on the press release, may visit your site. You are very concerned about ecology and recycling questions. Why does it matter for you? This is the great idea in the modern world. Why does it?
Well, honestly, it's a very like personal thing that I wanted my son. I have like a 3.5-year-old son, and I wanted him to enjoy the beach with at least as much waste as I've enjoyed, if not less waste. So that's the key goal for me, is to live not only to my son but the coming generations a world which is more pleasant living in, instead of an increasingly more stressful world, at least in the sense of how much waste is we find on the streets, on the beaches, and on day-to-day lives, really.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love. So you are a totally responsible gentleman. So you do care about the future of our child, not less. Our child's, our children of the planet Earth, not less. Amazing emotional idea. So, may you explain briefly how Detrash works, how tokens are implemented in the business process or the flow, how it works in general?
So what we do today is we select recycling actors uh, globally. Anyone that's seeing this even and has like a cool recycling actor from its community or know somebody can directly come and get in touch with us. But we KYC, so we uh, make sure that this recycling actor is working well, is actually recycling what it collects, because that's an issue in the industry. And after that, we teach them to do very, very simple but auditable uh, recycling report or composting report. And they just shoot how much kilos they collected, what kind of a waste was that, and a video for auditing, and receive CRESIs on that. Once we receive those reports, we mint new CRESIs, give a piece of it to them, a piece stays with us, and we foster that they transfer a fraction of their CRESIs to their clients, just because the more people are incentivized on separating its waste on their homes or companies, the best they will separate, and that's also a win for the recycling actor. So that's how it works today. It will change a lot. We'll launch our app on August, and from then on, like, all the reportings will be decentralized. But today we work like this, like we just and we have like recycling actors in the coolest places. We have here in Bahia, we have in the fourth largest slum or favela in Brazil, in northern Brazil, Maranhão. We're setting up now in Peru, northern Peru. We have actors in Kenya, specifically one actor in Kenya, which is Synergy. So it's spreading out pretty nicely, just as a infrastructure and MVP even before the app launch, which is pretty cool.
Amazing. So am I not mistaken that it seems like such a project that deals with the physical world, it should be localized. And if I'm not mistaken, Detrash is not localized just on the Brazil side where you are based. You said about Kenya and so on and so forth. So it may be replicated in any part of the world. So it is geographically wider. Okay.
Yeah,
this
so
is
it's
amazing.
very important for us to really like have a significant impact for it to be globalized, because we have got used to studying stuff by putting it into pieces, right? But there's not a isolated piece of the world environment. Like everything is very, very interdependent and interconnected. So it's not realistic to think that a solution that would be applicable only in one place would actually have like a good impact. It has to be, in order to subvert like waste management and all, it has to be something that is globally applicable, right?
Absolutely. And by the way, Master Defy asks in our live chat already, is Detrash already a live project? And he means, are you live or is just an online idea? How will he answer?
Yes, it's live. We started with 50 kilos going through recycling June last year. By December, we were 100 tons per month, and we're live and scaling every month, every week. And you can find CRESIs to support the project either on our platform, which is on our website there, and on Uberswap, we have a small liquidity there as well, which is the DEX of Celo.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
The question for Michael. Michael, I know that you have very hard, I would say, the compliance rules or the flow to select the project for AlphaGuilty launch. But why did you decide to invite Detrash to partnership? What was your main factors of making such a decision?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't in it. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, as we've talked with Philip, they have in plans, if I may say this, in the future to also look for and support the projects that are focused on saving the environment, helping the fighting climate change, and etc. And I think we are so interested in launching those tokens and supporting those projects as well on our side, because we're also concerned about those issues, as everybody should in today's world, right? And I think together we can we can find some synergies of common due diligence and support the right projects. And so yeah, we can score them together, ask around within our networks regarding those projects, regarding those founders. In case everything's good, we can launch them on our platform. So in this way, I think that we can collaborate in a cool way together.
Well, our listeners are always already interested. How do you plan to work together? Let's dive into the details of your partnership. Why did you decide to? What are the main reasons for the partnership? It's just a launch or more than launch? So give me your visions of your partnership. Let's start with you, Philip. How do you see the main purposes of the partnership of Detrash with AlphaGuilty?
Yeah, so as Mikhail said, it's like it has synchronicity or a synergy between Detrash and AlphaGuilty to the
Philip, I'm sorry. Something is happening with your microphone. Please check your connection of your mic.
Let me see.
Okay, now it's
Is
okay.
it better now?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
cool.
Yes. Okay.
So as Mikhail was saying, what AlphaGuilty has as an infrastructure offers the last missing link to Detrash, which is divert the revenue of CRESs or part of it to the companies or to the projects that will substitute plastic metals to a healthier waste. So this is a very fundamental key component for us to really transform life as we know in the long run. And that's our key goal. And so it's what made us very excited about the partnership is that is a partnership on a deeper level than we are usually used to see between projects in Web3 or in crypto. And it's starting with this AMA, starting with projects like a very nice project, NFT project where we can add utility to it with CRSs. But I think our dreams or our vision is to make this funding mechanism or launch platform of AlphaGuilty to have an impact of regenerating waste and nature through waste, actually.
Mikhail.
I don't know if I told correctly or completely. Mikhail, help me out if you.
Mikhail, would you like to add something to your vision of the purpose? Mikhail, you're muted. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Yes, as you guys already, as I previously said, as Philip added up on my points. Yeah, the thing is exactly the partnership is exactly in this. We've covered this exactly in those things that we've already covered, and yeah, we are just putting our business processes on the AlphaGuilty side, leveraging our network, and also add the Philip's network and Philip's knowledge and regarding those topics into widening the deal flow of the projects, and yeah, supporting the right ones. That's why we're here, basically.
Okay, so what do you plan to do on the regular everyday basis regarding inside your partnership? Do you have already the vision? What do you want to do, Philip? What activity is planned on everyday basis?
What activities planned for the partnership?
Yes. What do you plan to do on everyday basis in the framework of this partnership?
So our plan is to establish like a continuous gather, like a call or process to keep bringing both new projects to AlphaGuilty that we feel like it goes for the goal, and providing all our resources for AlphaGuilty to connect to projects it thinks it makes sense, as such as the Turtle NFT project that with CRES you will have that usability of increasing nature also on top of collecting the NFT. But I think in the long run is really like we want to bring more and more new attractive projects, especially from Latin America, that are catered to AlphaGuilty Launchpad, and we'll learn more towards what are the requirements to do so, I would say.
Well, Mikhail, do you expect that Detrash will bring AlphaGuilty to the Latin America, the whole crypto continent, I would say, because Latin America is the very famous part of the world regarding crypto. A lot of projects there, a lot of people, smart people there. Do you expect that Detrash will be a sort of provider, the entering of AlphaGuilty to Latin America? And how do you see the everyday regular partnership with Detrash on an everyday basis?
I'll start with the second question. So on the daily basis, on the macro level, I would say we will work on the deal flow and deal sourcing and due diligence on the eco projects. And regarding the first part, I wouldn't actually. Of course, those guys, you are guys from that area, so your network probably is the largest within that area. But I wouldn't distinguish geographically the projects. I would say that we will work on the eco projects, whatever it can be, like Latin America, Europe, Asia, whatever it is. Like we will work on the domain of eco projects. So that would be the maybe more right way to say so.
Excellent. I totally agree that it just looks strange when we try to talk about geographic and boundaries, talking about the crypto, even though the project is connected with the physical world, because all we do the entire world stuff, not divided into boundaries or regions and so on and so forth, because our world is absolutely united by the technology, by the information technology and the value transfer technology, which crypto has already given us. So guys, we've been doing one great job to make our world the better place to live physically, informationally, and valuelessly. So this is the main idea of the partnership. Amazing. We've got already the tons of questions in our live chat, but before we'll switch them, I have to ask you guys. I know that you've been collaborating on an everyday basis. By the way, we do have up to 700 viewers right now after only 20 minutes of live stream. This is amazing. So maybe you do have one questions from one person to other person publicly we need to ask, and we need to hear the public answer for our listeners and viewers. Mikhail, do you have the question for Philip?
Oh, really? You catch me off guard. I don't know what kind of questions I can ask, and maybe I can ask you about, like, you are in the industry of putting this eco movement into the blockchain. Maybe in the recent times, like, have you seen like an increase in the number of projects doing so, or vice versa? Like, what do you think about like the trend in the crypto industry of this eco movement?
Yeah, well, thanks. Those are a great and not hard enough question. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm within the bubble, so I would be a little biased to to comment on that, but what I can tell, trying to be more rational as possible, is that the number of projects and the number of funding rounds on regenerative finance on crypto eco space is in a very astonishing uptrend. Like you, even with the market movements, if you analyze like specifically refi, regenerative finance, it's like an opposite trend than a lot of the other crypto sectors, taking infrastructure out, but all the other applications. So it's like even like there's the crypto Twitter always is saying about refi summer coming on and all of this. I try not to be, and that is very boring and very German-like actually, but I try not to be very hyped about anything. I just think that regenerative finance is a much easier link from crypto to off-chain economy than a lot of other applications, and that's why I see it with very much confidence that the trend is upwards and has less volatility than the regular trend in the regular crypto economy trends. Yeah, that would be basically it.
Okay, so now your turn, Philip, to ask if you have a question for Mihail, one public question we may announce here. So that's your turn to ask Mihail one great question for our audience to hear the answer.
So AlphaGuilty space is a space that has been tried in a most variety of ways, like to launch projects across chains and across the whole crypto environment. And how are you thinking, like a little further on, about integration? Because that's what I'm always curious about within the crypto infrastructure space. Is the next step, I think, would be integration. So integration and relationship between AlphaGuilty and other launch platforms of other blockchains, of different blockchains.
So you mean integration with the blockchains or with the other infrastructure projects that are launching tokens, so launchpads basically? With
I would say with other blockchains, because just to keep one step, which is the most important, I would say, right, for the infrastructures to be integrated.
Sorry, I got my internet. I just broke for a minute. Could you repeat, please?
So how do you see, and how does AlphaGuilty see the future of integrations amongst blockchains?
Okay, got it now.
For your specific application for launching projects,
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, I can give you a real world example. Like a couple of days ago, the Magic Eden, our competitor on Solana's blockchain, that's basically a launchpad and NFT marketplace on Solana. The biggest one raised $130 million with under the capitalization of 1.6 billion. For exactly for this reason, for the integration of other blockchains. But we already have built the ecosystem and the technical infrastructure on all the EVM-based blockchains. So Binance Chain, Ethereum, Harmony, Polygon, what else? Yeah, we are working on Near and Solana as well. And we see this integration as it's in every platform, every infrastructure platform, I think, is going to support all the major chains. So I think that that's the obvious trend, and we can see also the rise of bridges between the blockchains and the layer 2 solutions, all of that stuff. So people can actually. So I think the big differences between the blockchain will actually go away. It's going to be like under the hood, and users will see just a simple interface with with what they want to do. And behind this platform, I think there will be multi chains, and the chain will be picked up for the better to serve the purpose better, right? But we are also working on that. We want to support all the major blockchains, as I said, all the EVM based now, Solana and Near, and we also would like to include minor blockchains as well, because we want to also include into the minor blockchains community. I know Eternity, Minima. We are negotiations with we are like actually talking to them like what the best way to integrate their communities into our platform, so they can also participate in the launches of cool projects, right? And have access to simple and user-friendly marketplaces. So yeah, absolutely, that's going to be a trend, and I think every major infrastructural project will support multi-chains. If I understand the question correctly.
No, it's totally correct. It was exactly that.
Okay, gentlemen. So let me dive into the chat. We had a lot of questions. A couple of questions are regarding the current stage of the roadmap of Detrash. They ask about IDO, talking to and so on. For Philip, may you explain us where on its roadmap is Detrash for now? What are the plans till the end of 2022? Do you plan an IDO and so on? For all this main stuff, our audience wants to know about the life, the present, and the future of Detrash.
Cool. Yeah, gladly. We just launched yesterday our platform for swapping Celo, which is the native asset of our blockchain, to C-RESIs. We have started since the beginning, since we were bootstrapping, and it is something very unusual because it needs like an off-chain input to mint new assets. We were like bootstrapping and thus selling our tokens from day one. So we sold it for a like fixed price first, which was the global average price of a recyclable material supply, which was $1 at the time at June. Today, it's varying a little bit. It's a little higher than that, but not a lot. And we are selling it for supporting the project in general. We will have a balancer-based, most likely a balancer-based token launch, liquidity launch on end of July, and on end of August we will launch the beta of our app. So the highlight of the year for the roadmap is the beta of our DApp, which will be like, it's a DApp like Uber, or I don't know, any like urban mobility DApp where you do your login. We advise you to create a wallet in each wallet you want, either Valora, Trust Wallet, or MetaMask. And from there, you can see your point on the map, and you can submit a report saying you have X amount of waste per day or per week there. And this report is on chain, so it will be directly an NFT. And the local recycler can say, hey, I have seen that there is X amount of waste to be collected on Eugene's house, recyclable waste. I'll go there and collect it, and he will generate a report as well. So that's a basic feature. We'll have staking of C-RESIs there, and off-ramp, on and off-ramp. So exchanges from fiat to C-RESIs there, because that's a need of our stakeholders, especially in more like underserved areas. Beyond that, our roadmap includes by November to have the first Big Four audit. So we'll have like an independent audit of the whole company, all the reports, both from the cryptography standpoint as from the operational standpoint, with one of the four largest companies, PricewaterhouseCoopers, McKinsey, Deloitte, or Ernst Young, one of them. we plan to next year to make auditing the reports decentralized. So next year, the feature where people, like people, they are not auditing, they will not audit their own reports, but they will be able to audit other reports to see if it's correct, and to further promote the reputation-based system, which is us. And next year as well, we plan to launch on the first city. So, and that's on the roadmap. If you see, was to be on 2026, but actually got accelerated by interest of the municipalities itself, and we are talking to 3 different cities, 2 in Brazil, or 1 in Brazil and 2 in Peru, that want to make RESI system their public system of waste incentivization and recycling. Beyond that, our goal is on 2026 then to launch the complete DApp. We are all open source, so if you go to the website, you got all the documents on the white paper. You can see the whole infrastructure of the app we are developing step by step. On our Miro is everything is like you can verify it for yourself, and it's open source. Our GitHub as well. And beyond that, I think what is like we're working the most is by 2026 complete the DApp with a integrated marketplace, decentralized minting of new CRESIs, and the industries plugging in to buy the recyclable material there, and to substitute the first country municipal or national waste management infrastructure to completely to be integrated into Detrash by 2027. Those are the highlights of our roadmaps. So
these are amazing plans. So you have completed your you have planned your roadmap till 2027 for 5 or 6 years already. This is an amazing horizon, right?
Yeah. That was the key thing we wanted to do last year. So both myself and the other founder, Mateus Dias, we are both from planning before that. So I'm planning on business development. He was planning on operations from the automotive industry. So we got like that was this thing we wanted to set apart from the regulars, even the regular startup, not even the crypto that plans only like up until 2 years. We wanted really to have everything, even though things change as usual, but having a 5-year plan or a 8 years plan that we could break up into weekly targets was something very important like for us in the beginning.
This says a lot about your vision, about your team, your strengths. I love it, really love it. By the way, we have up to 1,000 viewers on our live stream now, and some guys do not clearly understand is Detrash B2C or B2B, and Paul asks how Detrash can be used for B2C. Is that question correct? And how to answer?
It is totally correct, and it is undefined because it's catered for both. So it's more like we have to think of it more like a closer to an infrastructure layer. So everybody, doesn't matter if it's a person or a company, will be able to submit reports and make RESIs out of it. That's the key basic principle of the whole project. Other than that, there are a lot of stuff that comes up to it, like our future partnership or complete partnership with AlphaGuilty on having our treasury funding projects from that are screened by AlphaGuilty that will get the next step. but the basic structure of submitting reports and getting tokens out of it is a motor that caters both for companies and people. And I think the next thing that could clear this out more is what is the use case of a CRESI, right? So what do you do when you?
Philip, something has happened with your audio. Check your mic, please. Seems that you disconnected.
I think
Yeah. Okay. So we proceed.
Like I was saying, it caters, it applies for both companies and people, but the essential character of the project is answered by what do you do with the CRESI, right? What do you do with the token? So CRESI is a token that it has like a deflationary tokenomics, and is already used by mean of exchange. So once you get the CRESIs, you're supporting a great project. If you're not getting it for reports, you can buy it. You're getting a great project, and our stakeholders use it for savings. So most of the recycling actors we are giving CRESIs to, they are not like that very established company and very organized and has all the finances really in check. Usually the co-ops, the recycling co-ops have a very tight margin. So they are always on like a tightrope of financials. And they get CRESIs. Part of it, they usually convert it to goods, services, or fiat. And part of it, they hold as a savings. This is one of the uses of CRESI. Our hodlers, we have sold over 25,000 CRESIs so far to wallets that want to hodl to hold CRESIs. They have like a take of speculation because the act itself of making the world clean, of keeping the world clean, has no price yet. So it's a price discovery on this act. And our thesis is that it's much higher than 1 point something US dollars, which is right now the value of CRES. And there is the community token aspect of CRESI, which is, I think, the most empowering aspect of CRESI that can maybe clear that question also, which is in the largest favela, in the fourth largest slum in Brazil, people are starting to accept CRESIs on their grocery stores, on the local grocery stores, because everybody is receiving CRESIs. So
it's already happened. So they have already
happening.
started to do that.
Yeah, if you want to, and it's funny because it's in the slum. If you want to like go there, they get it for, I don't know, beans, a bag of beans, you can get it. And to rent a luxury house up north here in the north coast of Bahia, you can do it with CRESI as well, because that's another community we are on. And the community, this guy actually that has this real estate company, he understood that CRESIs would be an attractive asset that he could receive for their services at that community, right? So we are always empowering and fostering new use cases for the token, but basically it is always like a store of wealth and mean of exchange, right? So means of exchange.
Absolutely. Basically. You have said the correct word. I'm an economist by the background, and this means that you're talking has only become a sort of money, a medium of exchange and store value demand. This is an amazing fact. It's absolutely an amazing fact. First time in the history of my MX, I do hear this fact. I really appreciate it. You are awesome, guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, we are very conscious about the regulatory risk it implies, but we decide very consciously decide that we are doing something, and I will just elaborate on regulatory risk for the audience. So if you use a token that is more similar to money, that gets too much similar to money, you might get in trouble in most of jurisdictions worldwide because of
Absolutely.
the resistance of crypto. But we believe that the good that it brings and the good that it has been bringing is like is worth it, and honestly is something that we believe it mitigates the risk that might come, as a lot of ventures before had prospered before there was a actual regulation to it, as we've seen in crypto.
Amazing. And this means if the market have or has already recognized the value, real value of your token by admitting it as a medium of exchange, this means that you have already gained the value, real value of your token. And this is a little success for your project. Congratulations. Congratulations for
Thank you,
Detrash.
man. Thank you.
So, Mikhail, how will you measure the success of the partnership between AlphaGuilty and Detrash? What is your vision?
Of course, the success of our partnership will be the success of the projects that we will bring together into the market. So their success, our success.
And the same question to you, Philip. How would you prefer to measure this the future success of this partnership with AlphaGuilty? Philip,
Because
to
really,
yours.
like, and
Proceed.
I think it's both ways, really, because as a starting project, however, it's like we can just right now, like having your audience hearing about us, it's very like a metric of success. So the growth of our community based on the partnership. But I think the ultimate measure of success will have, thinking mid long term to our partnership, will be the new companies that will still be successful because of AlphaGuilty's launchpad, with the support of Detrash.
Okay, so gentlemen, we've almost done, and a couple of questions to clarify all the whole picture from a couple of questions from our audience. You didn't say anything about the chains you are based on, Philip. What chains are you based on? Ethereum or more than Ethereum?
No, actually, we are based on Celo. So
Celo. This is another good blockchain.
Yeah.
Celo. This. Okay.
Yes, we decided to migrate to Celo. Actually, we were at Binance Chain, at Smart Chain, but we decided to migrate to Celo because like it was a strategic decision based on the fundamental characteristics of the blockchain. So the first thing we noticed on our journey is that most of the people that are using Detrash, the Resi system, is actually people that has like do not have a lot of good cell phones and internet infrastructure. So we needed a lightweight, mobile first blockchain, and that was really the basic thing that sold us off to Celo. And after that, like their whole strategy of their reserve and stable coin based strategy for a L1, I think was made a lot of sense to us. That's why we migrate fully on Celo, and we are developing that.
Got it. You did not say anything about an upcoming IDO, initial DEX offering. Do you not? You don't plan the IDO for the clarifying to our audience. Am I right?
No, we do not yet. Actually, we plan to decentralize our governance also in 2026, to be more exact, or whichever comes out first, 2026, or when the project is popular enough to create engagement organically. But then we'll have like initial an IDO for our governance tokens. But since we are now very much focused on growth, and we have a very limited team, we could not like have the structure set up to be decentralized on governance from the beginning. So we are using our efforts to everything else to make the project prosper. And once it's popular enough and people want to make part of it without our effort for them to make part of it, we'll become a DAO. And like a first, and that will come with an idea, obviously. But that I'll make the invitation for everyone to join our Discord channels and Telegram channels, because we take into consideration everything that everybody says, although there is not like an automated governance framework yet, decentralized governance framework yet.
So this was my last question: how to follow Detrash. So all the links on the Detrash you may find in the text of the Medium press release. The link of this press release is in the description of this video. So find the press release, read it, and join the Detrash. Follow Detrash on Telegram and Discord. And finally, the question comes for Mikhail, because AlphaGuilty has got rebranded recently. And why have you rebranded, and what are your plans, Mikhail, till the end of 2022?
Sure. So yeah, as you may know, we were CPED before. We basically were the launchpad. They were launching NFTs and tokens. But then we have like pretty cool team and pretty big one actually. And we've come up with so many ideas what we can implement in our platform as well. So we've decided to actually grow from the launchpad to a platform that offers some analytics, some custom marketing solutions, some community growth solutions, and whatsoever. We also will be building marketplace. So, and all of those services it cannot be covered just by the name CPAD. So which is the name for the launchpad. So we needed another name that we can put on all our services. So that's why we actually come up with the new name, AlphaGuilty. And the new website actually is coming up in a couple of weeks. We already designed this with new pages, with new features. So you guys can open and actually enjoy new features already, not just the launchpad ones. You will see. I don't know. I won't announce them now, but you will see it. So I will keep it as a secret for now. So you can guys go and check yourself. And yeah, in a couple of weeks, you can open it and enjoy the new website. It's still be on the same domain now, alphaguilty.io, and all the links are still the same. We just renamed them.
I would love to make a joke. Who is personally guilty for the renaming of AlphaGuilty, but I won't be joking there. Okay, gentlemen. So we've done a great AMA session regarding the partnership of AlphaGuilty, the former CPAT, and Detrash, the amazing project founded in Latin America and Brazil, but dedicated to deciding all ecological problems on all over the world. Philipp Tillis, the founder and CEO of Detrash, and Mikhail Sitolo of AlphaGuilty were our AMA. And guys, finally, as it has been our tradition, give us some warm words and some call to action, some final thoughts in the end of AMA. What should all our viewers do? Should they run or should they not run? Should they listen for us? So whatever you want to say in the end of AMA. Mikhail, your turn, your final words, final thoughts.
As it's bear market at the moment, guys, this is the time when you accumulate your future wealth. So be smart right now and act. Don't be afraid. I've gone through 3 bear cycles already in the crypto space. So I would say this is the best time actually, because this is the time when you invest. So yeah, like reasonably at the reasonable prices. And you invest, and there is not much scam projects at the moment because they are not interested in the crypto market at the moment because it's downturning. So right now, any projects that will come will have like it's all, by default way better projects than the projects that are on average going out when there is a bull market, because on the bull market people just buy everything. So guys, like be careful at this point of time and accumulate in a smart way your wealth.
Yeah, I think can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I do. I think it's Eugene has some problems with the internet, but I can. It's your turn. You can say maybe whatever.
Yeah. Proceed.
Okay, yeah, totally with you. Yeah, be careful out there. Bear markets are times where it's great to build. So I encourage everybody that has an idea to build it. Whoever has its tech, like don't think in US dollars. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin, one Ethereum is one Ethereum, one Celo is one Celo, one Ciresi is one Ciresi. Keep stacking. And yes, and please buy Ciresis for supporting the project. I'm very excited about our partnership.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, guys.
I'm very excited
Okay.
about our partnership. Very thankful for you, Michael and Eugene.
Thank you.
And let's leave our mark.
The recording has stopped.
Amazing, guys. This has been an AMA session on AlphaGuilty YouTube channel regarding partnership with the Detrash. Michael Citalo and Philipp tell us over the year. My name is Eugene Crypto MC. I've been the host today. And please stay tuned on our YouTube channel. Be subscribed there. Join Detrash and AlphaGuilty and stay tuned for next great AMA session with next great partners of AlphaGuilty dedicated to make our world a bit better with all the web-free set of tools. See ya. Bye-bye. We're stopping the live stream.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Okay.